Guys, welcome to a walkthrough of reference TZ3677. This is a two-bed penthouse apartment here on Las Terraces de la Torre Golf Resort. I'm just standing at the entrance to the actual apartment here. So this is the walkway up to the apartment. We're on the top floor here, of course. As I said, it is a penthouse, third floor. It does have lift access up and, of course, stairway, which is basically just halfway down this walkway. Looking towards the front of the building, if you like. This is the access in. So as you can see, there's tons of parking here. Being a top floor, this actually has its own covered area parking just underneath this block here. So it's not a garage or anything, but it's a covered space basically just underneath. Directly ahead, you've got the main town centre, the clubhouse. So that's where the clubhouse and supermarket is. You've got the little square there, which for many years has been around, I think it's 6 commercial units that have been empty for many years because, of course, Polaris has been going through this liquidation process. Polaris were the original builders and developers here. They've got nothing to do with the running of the resort at all, but they're the ones that originally built it. And because they've been going through this liquidation process, which in Spain literally takes years, I mean literally takes years, nothing has been able to be bought, rented or anything on the empty units here. That is now coming to an end. The liquidation process will be over in weeks as opposed to months. So that is all going to change, and I think you're going to see stuff opening in this square. I can't say that for sure because I don't know, but common sense says to me that people are going to want to get in there and start buying them up and start opening other things there. Certainly another little maybe sports bar, coffee shop, things like that, things that is going to do very well on here. Over to our left is the golf course. And over to our right is La Isla, which is the island on resort. That's the only other blocks, just these 3 blocks here are the only other blocks with this orientation on phase 2. But they start at around 10 grand more, and that's not for a top floor, that's for a first floor. So there is quite a difference in price. And this one is literally as close as you can get to the actual clubhouse, even closer, I would say, than that block there. So it is a fantastic position. As I say, the terrace faces directly southwest, so this gets as much sun as you can get. I mean, you can't get any more than the orientation on this apartment. So I'm going to have a walk through and see what you think. So anyone that's seen these videos will probably be very familiar with the layout by now of these apartments. So when you walk into this kind of hallway area here. The open plan kitchen is to the left. It's always going to be to the left or to the right, depending on which number apartment it is. You know, they're kind of just mirror imaged as they go along. So space there for your fridge freezer. You can see the stickers are still on the oven. You know, it's never been turned on. Ceramic hob, same thing. And the hood, same thing. You know, these have never been switched on at all. The boiler on this model is out on the utility on the terrace, which we'll get to. Space down there for your dishwasher. Like I said, your utility cupboard not only houses the boiler, but also the washing machine. If you don't want a dishwasher, then of course you can just put the washing machine in here. You know, it's completely up to yourself. And space there, sorry, if I haven't mentioned it, obviously for the fridge freezer. And then this goes straight out onto the lounge. Lovely and bright, and this is early, right? It's not even 12 o'clock yet, so the sun is starting to hit the terrace, but as you can see in the next hour that will be fully on there, and that will be on there for the day. As usual, you've got pre-installation here for your air conditioning unit, which is going to be an inverter unit, a reversible, so that's your heating and your cooling. All of the piping, all the wiring is in, so it's just a matter of the AC guys coming in, connecting the unit on the inside, and then the compressor units go to the roof, so you never see them, which is great because, as I've mentioned before, a lot of apartments even now have to put the compressor units on their personal terrace. So that's your main entrance, kitchen to the left as you walk in, lovely bright lounge. It certainly will be in another hour. It'll be caked in sunshine. This is obviously a top floor, so you're always going to get sun pretty much all day, regardless of the time of year. To be fair, on these particular style units, because of the way they're done, they're almost stepped down, so all of the terraces are open. So even in summer when the sun is very high, first floors, second floors on this kind of block would still get it all day anyway. Usually you wouldn't, of course, if you had an enclosed balcony. As the summer comes, the sun gets a lot higher, so you're not going to get it in enclosed terraces if you're on, for example, the first and second floor. Now, even this looks like a solid ceiling. It's not. That's a false ceiling, as is the kitchen, as is the hallway as well. So a lot of people would opt for spots. You don't have to, of course, but a lot of people would. They're inexpensive, they look good, and you can put as many as you like up. So even if there's obviously just one little wire there, they can put, most people would probably put 4 in kind of a box shape there, but you can do whatever you like. And then coming into this small hallway area here, you've got bedroom 2 to my right, master bedroom to the left, and the bathroom directly ahead. So I'm going to start here in bedroom 2. So in terms of size, there's not a huge amount in it. The master bedroom is about 1 meter longer, as in like 1 meter wider that way, but they're both double bedrooms. You can see the plug point here has been set out for 2 singles, as opposed to a double. Obviously that can be moved about, but that's what they've initially set it up for. Inbuilt wardrobes here, and again, just above the door as always is your pre-installation. Now these, at first glance, this looks like a solid ceiling, but actually I can see that's a false ceiling. So again, you could put in spots or you could put in hanging lights, whichever you prefer. Now, a thing to note as I'm walking around, so you can see, I mean, this isn't the first time we've seen this. We've seen it quite often because, of course, these apartments have been locked up for years and years. Now, there's absolutely no damage to the ceilings throughout the apartment, so there's been no water coming in. I can't see anything, there's no other damage in this apartment apart from just at the bottom here. And then if you actually touch it and scrape it, which I've already done, you can actually see it just comes off, right? So it's obviously just, I don't know, the fact that it's been locked up so long. Maybe there was a slight crack on the other side of this that just needs a little bit of a filling like you do every year when you have a property here in Spain. You always go around the windows and things and just make sure they're all sealed because the sun obviously can roast all the sealant away, so it just needs to be replaced every year or 2. So yeah, nothing really. Again, if I came up with a bucket of water and a sponge, I could have pretty much got all of that off. I mean, it's things like that I like to point out because you're not here, so you need to be told the full facts, but that is certainly nothing to worry about in my opinion. And over here you've got 2 plug points. Obviously you've got your aerial points. Aerial points are always in both bedrooms and the lounge. And the guys, the internet suppliers here, A to Z, their office is just next to ours on the resort of La Torre. And they provide the internet, TV services, very well priced. I think they start from about €20 a month. And that would be, I believe, a 50 megabit speed over here, which is good. You know, that's gonna suffice for the vast majority of people. I know in La Torre now you can get up to 600 megabit now speed, so they are getting faster and faster, but the most important thing is it's stable, very stable. A to Z in these resorts are extremely stable for the internet service. So this is room 2. So coming back out onto the hallway area, turn right is your bathroom. So again, these have never obviously been used, they've never been lived in. You can see the full ceiling lights above that need to be fitted with either spots or another light. Always obviously make sure they're waterproof light. I know that's like IP something or other, but just to make sure it's fine for bathrooms. And then just around this corner, you've got your bath, which is 3/4 bath. Hopefully you get to see that on the camera okay. No hose, so you need to just connect the hose there, the shower head, €20 or something in any kind of Leroy Merlin or DIY store. I know a lot of people have taken the baths out and put showers in, but yeah, that's stuff that we can arrange for you if that's what you prefer. And then going into what most would regard as the master bedroom. Just checking this door, it's okay. So as I say, the only difference between the 2 bedrooms is this way it's about 1 meter longer. So it's just a bit more wide. In terms of width, exactly the same, but just 1 meter longer this way. So it's slightly bigger. As you can see, the plug points have been set out for a double or a king. Inbuilt wardrobe again as normal, and your pre-installation as always is just above this door. So pre-installation basically means the piping and everything's in. So it's a very simple job for the AC guys to come in and fit the units. As I said before, the units are always going to be reversible. Very cheap to run, the new ones. And they even have like Wi-Fi options and stuff now, right? So you can turn it on and off from your phone, from an app on your phone. So if you're out and about and you want it cool when you're coming back, You just switch it on an hour or so before you get back, and the apartment's nice and cool. It saves you money having to leave it on all day if you're not in. Lovely bright room. I mean, this room especially, and the lounge is going to be very bright in an hour or so. You know, the sun's going to be coming through here. So obviously you can go straight out into the terrace from this room. I'm going to go back through just so you can get a very good orientation of the actual apartment itself. It is full ceilings in here as well. So again, most people will go with kind of spots. They're very inexpensive. I mean, you're talking about 10 to 15 euros per spot, including fitting, you know, so it's a very, very inexpensive way of doing it, and it looks good. And you can go for the kind of brush chrome, or you can go for white, you know, whichever kind of style you want, but the guys that fit these are excellent. So coming out of the master back into the kind of hallway area here. So again, you've got your bathroom to the left. Directly ahead is bedroom 2. And if I turn right, you're back into the lounge. Open plan kitchen just over here. You can see kind of 2 dark spots in the corner of this door, which I've seen before actually on quite a few of the apartments, but it's nothing there. I mean, it feels completely normal. So I don't know if that's just design in the actual wood, or when I say design, whether that's actually just in the doors that they bought as a bulk. Obviously they would have bought thousands, but certainly no damage that I can see, and no issues with it at all. So let's have a look at this terrace. I know this is what most people are looking for. So obviously these are phase 2, right? So the terraces are 18 square meters. Now, as I said before, all floors are open, but of course this is the top floor anyway. So the only difference really between a top floor and other floors of this style is the top floors come with an inbuilt barbecue. And of course it's on the top floor. That is literally the difference. And the views are beautiful. So you're looking straight down to a lovely pool area here, literally just to my left, and then straight to the golf course. And of course, like I said before, if you want the sun, it doesn't get better than this block on phase 2. Other than them 3 on Leisler, which are the same orientation, this is literally the only block on phase 2 that faces this direction. As you can see, all the others do not. It really is a lovely apartment. 62,000 euros, incredible price, guys. I mean, this was, I remember selling these off plan many years ago. We're going back about 17 years. And they were, if I remember rightly, a top floor like this would have started around 168,000. So you're talking almost a third of the price. Now that's not to say they were correct prices. Obviously the market was bonkers back then, but it was what it was, and that's what people were paying for them. But regardless of what they used to be or anything like that, 62,000 euros for a penthouse 2-bedroom apartment, southwest facing, overlooking a lovely pool. This is Las Serenas golf course on Las Terraces, which is one of the most popular in the area. Of course, the vast majority of golf courses are closed now, as you well know, but as you can see from over there, I don't know if you can see the people here, Terrace is now back open. So the ones in the areas that are open is Terraces, La Torre and El Valle, I believe. But this is a great course. It's a desert style course, Jack Nicklaus of course, but one of the most popular in the area. I'm actually not a golfer, believe it or not, but pretty much all my friends are. I always tell them I don't get the time for luxuries like that. But listen, great apartment, great price. As I said, with community fees, they all differ slightly, but allow for about 120 euros per month or thereabouts. Sorry, we haven't looked at the utility. So this is the utility cupboard just here. So this is where you get the boiler, which again has never been switched on, of course. And this is also set up for your washing machine. So if you wanted to put a washing machine and a dishwasher in the apartment, the washing machine would go out here and dishwasher in the kitchen in the space there. A lot of people don't bother with the dishwasher, put the washing machine inside and they use that, put a lock on it and use it as a lockable cupboard, which is great, of course, if you're going to rent it or anything like that, that can come in really handy then. Any questions, guys, let me know. But this is the very last one, the very last penthouse on this block at 62,000 euros. Any questions? Let me know.